we're gonna do some kind of a introduction ourselves, you know.
Got a very good excuse to cut that short, because joining us here in our studio is the one and only Hollie Cook, who has come and graced us with her presence. Welcome to the program.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
It's very exciting to have you here. We were just talking a little bit about UK WOMAD, Australian WOMAD. Mm-hmm. You've performed at both now.
I have now, yeah.
What is the setup like between the two? Is it a park setup over there?
I'd say I'd call it more a field.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it an official park. Like most UK festivals, find a large field, huge grassy green piece of land.
Right, so further away from kind of metro areas?
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Nowhere near a city. Yeah, it's in Wiltshire and in the countryside, which is gorgeous. But, I mean, it is not 40 degrees there ever. So
that is a win.
That is a huge difference, I would say.
But sometimes probably wetter?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely wetter. Although I played there last year. Actually, both times that I've played at UK WOMAD, we've been blessed with nice weather. So it's always, you can count yourself lucky on a day like that. But this is a different kettle of fish. This is, I think, maybe the warmest, if not the second warmest set we've ever played in our lives.
Wow.
Who beats this?
Yeah, where was
I
the
think
other?
it was Mexico, I've been told today.
All right, we'll get you next time, Mexico. You and your heat.
But wow, I mean, it's a beautiful setup here. Really, we got to have a look around last night, and it's a great place. And the WOMAD energy is consistent worldwide, I would say, with audiences and crowds. It's really a beautiful bunch of people to play music to.
Who have you been getting out to see? Have you caught any other acts around?
Last night we saw Budos Band and Pongo. For the main ones, they were on my to-do list. Tonight, after this, I'm going to go and see Obibio Sound Machine. Hopefully tomorrow I'm going to catch The Sacred Souls. And is Baba Mal playing tonight as well, or is that tomorrow?
Baba Mal's playing tomorrow night. I think he did they did a workship a little bit earlier today.
And Corinne Bailey Ray as well. So
yeah,
I mean, what a treat! It's such a treat. I'm so excited when you see a lineup that you're on and you're like, yes, I get to have a good time.
I was really blown away by her last record. I had that's not a bad thing, but I just kind of had forgotten about Corinne for a moment.
Oh, but
and
yeah,
then
like
the
an
album
incredible
just came
sonic
out of
departure.
nowhere, and it was huge.
Yeah, really, really inspiring to see an artist have such a musical journey and remind one that you really can just do whatever you want when you want to do it. And I think she's an incredible artist. I've been a fan from album one, so I was really excited that she was on the bill here as well.
Yeah. What kind of inclinations are you traveling with at the moment in terms of your music and where you want to take it kind of with your sound that you have at the moment? And what are some ideas that you might have that are kind of brewing and maybe not even ones that you're going to put out into a full release, but what's been on your mind musically?
To be honest, what's been on my mind musically is an extremely kind of foundation drum and bass, traditional reggae sound. I think my last album for me, which was Happy Hour, I released a couple of years ago, was very much kind of my sonic experimentation and bringing in a few more elements on the soul and R&B side of things, and keeping a reggae flavor, but definitely pushing the boundaries of that. And before that, on my third album, I was kind of working with pushing the boundaries of kind of a more electronic and pop sound. So now I'm going back to my roots and the roots of reggae, which I'm working on at the moment. So I got to play a couple of the songs live today for the first time. So that was really fun. I think that they were well received, so that was cool.
Yeah, it looked good. I was on the fringes. I was snacking, but there was
fair play.
I wanted to say your music is great to snack to as well.
Thank you so much.
It completed the full thing.
Snacks are important, and you should be able to listen to music and enjoy food at the same time.
Is there an ideal snack that you'd like people to have while they listen to your music?
Ooh, ice cream. That's a good snack. Because as far as a sweet one goes, maybe a sweet potato fry.
Yeah.
A chicken wing.
A little
You
bit
must
fun,
enjoy
yeah.
a chicken wing snack while you listen to me.
You said all your listeners broke.
Oh, no, chicken wings, they're pretty affordable.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Oh, but every time you got to get in the car, you got to go to KFC, you got to come back, then you can put that record on.
You just keep
the
it.
chicken wings are available.
You just keep them on your person at all times in case
Or
someone
that,
bumps
have
into
a
your
little
music.
chicken wing purse. Just
Yeah.
so, I might have a few in there.
Yeah. Put it in your bum bag on the way to the festival out in the field, and then you'll be
They
sorted.
do keep well, I would say.
Yeah.
Maybe not in 40-degree heat, but
In British weather, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So not Australian WOMAD, but yeah.
Travel to England, listen to the record, get your KFC.
bring it back, pop it pop it in the cargo. That's nice and cold in there. So
Right. You have such a good melting pot over in the UK in terms of the combinations of, jungle, garage, drum and bass, all of these reggae, all of these words that on paper you would it's harder to conceptualize them working as well as they actually do when you kind of find them all together, be it in a live set or an album or, a DJ performance. And I was wondering what some of the different performers from some of these different worlds that you look at who blend the 2 or 3 or 4, however many genres well. And yeah, who are some of those people that inspire you as well?
oh man, I mean, to be honest, yeah, I mean, it all makes perfect sense. It's not even something that you necessarily consider because it's all like kind of a huge part of sound system culture, which is like derived from like Jamaican culture and dub and reggae, which in the UK then like filters out into like dubstep and garage, and it's just all together part of the thing, and we all kind of I've got massive influences like, Abashanti and Channel One, massive influences, and Mungo's Hi-Fi is part of like our kind of UK reggae crew, and who else to mention? I feel so far from home at the moment because I've forgotten everyone.
Yeah, I love this.
Who are they all anymore?
Warm Up by Mungo's Hi-Fi was always one of my favorites. But I feel like something that gets confused a little bit over here is dubstep, because we had our first exposure, which was probably during that kind of peak EDM period. But the actual, there's good stuff in all of this, but the kind of UK dubstep scene is a slightly different one to what I think people.
Okay, yeah, because that was in like the early mid-noughties, I think.
Yeah, like Burial and all those guys.
Scream and Benga.
Yeah,
that's like that was kind of like when I was going out to when I was clubbing. I was doing definitely like Plastic People in London, was a big one. And so EDM, that doesn't even come into it. I
was meaning more
like the original
in terms of when it really hit here. So yeah, all of that stuff is fantastic, and I love a lot of that music. I feel like when it first broke through here in a mainstream sense in Australia was that kind of Skrillex wave, with all of those guys, which is stuff I always liked as well.
Absolutely.
But it is, I was just commenting, it's sometimes an interesting thing to talk about in Australia because people will sometimes just jump to those big sounds, those big wubs.
For sure. Well, I guess as well, like a huge part of that and how music travels, I guess at the time, musically, was sort of like the age, of the internet kind of like being a place where music was a big thing, right? I suppose with like MySpace and God, when did Spotify even come into it? Not then. So globally speaking, I guess it took a little bit longer to make its way here, and we are a long way away.
Yeah, for sure. We miss things sometimes, but we're so lucky to have had you and grateful to have had you come and visit us. It's been a real treat having the opportunity to speak with you as well today.
It feels like a treat. It is a treat. I'm extremely overexcited to be here. I was quite emotional actually.
Yeah.
It's very overwhelming.
Everyone gets here eventually when they need to get here.
Yeah, it feels like the perfect time, and it's funny because we were like putting the set list together, and even though it's a great problem to have, like I've got 4 albums now spanning over like 10 or more years. So it's like, how do we incorporate everything and into a new set in a new place where we've never played before? So, and then to like not even know if people are going to show up. And they really did, and they showed up amazingly. It was beautiful.
I feel like it'd be hard to let go of songs on the set list as well. You were talking about playing some new songs, but I guess for each song you add in, sometimes you've got
you
to
have
give...
to sacrifice something else. Yeah. I mean, I don't necessarily even get bored of... I mean, maybe here and there I'm like, I don't want to play that one anymore. But to be honest, I mean... they're my babies, my songs. So it's like, I don't want to let you go, but I can't. No one wants to. I don't want to play for 3 hours, and no one wants to sit and watch someone play for 3 hours. So you've got to be ruthless, and you've got to have a nice day. Yeah, it does.
It sounds good, but be exhausting. Particularly today.
Also, in this heat, probably
That's
1
why you
hour
played a
is
10-minute
fine.
set.
Yeah. Thanks very much. This is my 3rd and last song. Bye.
We've been chatting with Hollie Cook from WOMAD 2024. This is 3D Radio, and you might also be catching it on the Community Radio Network. So hello to all of you good people listening in out there. Hello.
Stay tuned in. We've got one more interview coming up. For now, we're going Milk and Honey by Hollie Cook.